How did we get here? Cops began investigating the case in 2023 after new Fairfield High School admin reported that there might be an inappropriate relationship between one of their students and an employee. When the allegations were made, Rosafort resigned from her part-time position. A friend of the teen called his father back in January of 2023 to tell him that they were attending a party at a friend's house. That's when the teen suddenly said he needed to leave for a little bit to pack for a trip, but that he'd be back. When he returned, he was acting strangely, according to his friend. The friend later found out that he had left the party to have sex with Rosafort.
What's going on, you guys? AJ Tucker here with AJ Self-Defense. I will continue to post these stories until there's a change or until there's more measures taken to prevent these situations. But as you can see at the beginning, the way she made contact with the student, she was a lunch lady. She wasn't even a student. Normally, it's the teacher that gets these relationships with the students and they have more access and time with them. But it was the lunch lady. And so I guess, she was funny, charismatic and stuff like that. And she had social media. She also had a Snapchat or Instagram. She would give people their Instagram, and it was in 8th grade, which my son is currently in the 8th grade right now, right? And she would get these students on social media, and the way she had sex with this one student, she kept in contact with him until he was a freshman. So they going back and forth for 8 months to a year, building that relationship. Nobody probably really knows about it. Maybe the other students knows, but they don't see it as a big deal. And she sent him a picture of her vagina, and he hit her back and said, "Hey, I think you sent this to me on accident." And then she goes on to send him more explicit and more nude pictures. And one day he was at a party and he told his boy, "Hey, I'll be back in a little bit." And then he comes back with a weird look on his face. So it was something that he thought he wanted to do, but obviously it's going to it's messing with his head. And a lot of people, they always say this. Ever since I heard these stories, like if they get with a teacher or whatever, there's always going to be somebody in the comment section saying, "Oh man, that teacher's hot. He's a lucky guy." And it's like, bro, it don't matter how hot or ugly or whatever someone is. It doesn't make you lucky. He's in 8th grade. Doesn't need to be doing that right now. He doesn't know what he's getting himself into, and he doesn't know how it's going to affect him in the future. It's the same crime as if it was a man that was a lunch guy or a janitor, and he had sex with the 8th or 9th grade female. We wouldn't even be having any kind of discussion. Nobody would be saying that, that's a lucky girl, that guy's whatever. It doesn't get said like that. And normally the sentences are a lot harsher for men. And so my thing is, she's going to jail. I think she was looking at 10 years, but she's getting 2 years, 2.5 or 3 years or something like that. She pled guilty. She didn't even fight the thing. She just went in and pled guilty and said, "Okay, well, what we got to do?" And normally that's not the case because they try to fight it. They don't want to be put up as a registered sex offender. But she was like, "Man, forget it. I know I messed up. I did it." And so these stories are happening all the time. Like I said, 99.9% of the teachers and people who work with kids in the schools are great. They're fantastic. Keep doing what you're doing. It's a huge sacrifice to be a teacher or to work, and you're working with somebody else's child. That's amazing. But just like I always say, there's a small handful in any field. It can be doctors, it can be lawyers, it can be teachers, police officers. Anybody in a field can be one of those people. They can be predators, monsters, taking advantage of their position to do bad things. And also, these female teachers that's doing this to the students, they're not getting the sentences, or they're not getting deterred away from this stuff. So that's all I got for this one, man. I'll see you on the next one.